Welcome to JCCR Racing, taking on some extreme races and doing online racing the way it should be. Positive, clean, fun racing where the goal is to learn and grow together. Now let's just make sure this is actually going live. I've been having a bit of trouble the last evening or so. And yeah, we've got another issue where we just don't seem to be going up live. Let's see here. Maybe now. All right, Super Doofus. And Super Doofus, is this actually live? I guess if we're getting your comments in, it should be live. I'm just having a heck of a time finding it. It's not even suggesting it. So, folks, I just want to say welcome to the channel. So we're going to be taking on racing, online racing, the way it should be. Positive, fun, a little chaotic, but it's going to be all about learning and growing together. That is absolutely the point of the channel, to learn and grow together and to be as positive as possible. And I'm sorry, recently I've been using a term calling, sometimes saying clown racing, and I'm sorry, I did not intend to insult or disrespect anyone. I find there's definitely two extremes to sim racing. There's the more arcade method, and maybe I should just say, oh, there's some arcade racing or Mario Kart style racing. And, you know, I'm not here to say that people can or can't drive a certain way. I just, in my mind, think that you've got a sim racer. Why not take it on in the most realistic manner as possible to help learn and grow? So to help you learn how to drive a real car in the real world, how to take on real tracks in the real world. And I kind of see sim racing, at least for myself and hopefully for the community, we see it as a way to learn how to race clean, safely, without major crashes. And when I say anyone's doing like driving, you know, donkey style, what I mean is Donkey Kong style, like from Mario Kart, or when someone's, you know, clown racing, it's intended to mean like Twisted Metal, that racing game where cars kind of like just chaotically battle it out with all sorts of like weapons loaded up on the vehicles. I don't mean it to disrespect anyone. I certainly don't think I'm a fast driver. I'm often taking on tracks as one of the slowest drivers with one of the slowest lap times, and the only way I can get ahead is by actually hoping others drive a little bumpy dumpy with each other, and that we kind of get ahead just by clean, safe driving. So really did not mean any disrespect to any other racers. If ever you've been watching the channel, you're like, hey, that's me saying that I'm clown racing, or that I'm being a dirty dog, or a dirty donkey. I don't mean that as a disrespect to someone's skill level. I mean just to kind of like call out more an arcade style driving where they're, you know, relying more on hitting cars than using their own brakes. And, you know, that's fine. Everyone gets to drive the game the way they want to drive the game. I'm just trying to put out some helpful, entertaining content that helps people learn and grow, that we become better, cleaner, faster drivers as a community. And the goal, of course, is to actually make friends, not disrespect anyone. So I'm very, very sorry if I have ever made anyone feel disrespected. Absolutely not the goal, and I'm so sorry if that's how you felt. I hope you can come on by. I'm going to work on that. So I just want to start off with a bit of an apology to anyone who's ever felt disrespected. I'm definitely not the doctor of disrespect here whatsoever. I'm here to learn and grow and have fun, grow as a community, make friends. So very sorry if that's how you felt in the past. Now let's get this race started. What we're going to be doing today, Forza Canada, thank you so much. I salute you, my friend. Thank you for making it in. So I guess you can confirm to me that we are live, despite, you know, my YouTube not allowing me to get any of this content. It would seem no matter what account I load up here. So let's load up here another one of my accounts and see if, oh, and there it is. It actually is live, so great. Thank you so much, folks. I'm going to say hi so you know, all know that I'm here as well. Monty Swingwell, thank you so much. There was one individual that commented that they felt that I was being, you know, disrespectful to slower drivers, and that's why I just wanted to put that out there. I'm certainly not a fast driver. I'm certainly not thinking that I'm a better driver than others, but at times, yes, I'm definitely I'm definitely, maybe I try to be a cleaner and more respectful driver. I try to drive the car like all the cars on the track. We actually bought them with our own money and we're racing in the real world. And whether it's our own money or, if you're on a racing team in the real world and you've got sponsors, they don't want you crashing up a $2 million car. And you definitely don't want to get banned from a league because you're doing, deadly maneuvers. So thank you so much, Monty Swingwell. So anyways, in case I ever insulted anyone, I really wanted to clarify, I'm not insulting the individuals. I'm trying to just make entertaining, helpful commentary that encourages everyone to drive safe and smart and take this on like a sim racer. Because at the end of the day, if we want to ride arcade, Twisted Metal, great option. Mario Kart, incredible fun. I played Mario Kart through university. Should have maybe focused on grades, but let's focus on the race and get on in. Let's start the qualify straight up. Oh, some players are initializing. Well, I'm sorry. I certainly don't want to leave anyone behind here. We're going to be doing the qualifying, folks. So, Allison, if you're watching also live, give her a good old green check mark. And, folks, what I promise to you is I'm going to always try to be as positive as possible, no matter what kind of day I've had. And I think that's a good lesson in life. I love the phrase, a little psychology or philosophy here. Let's say our entire life we numerize our life and put it into a percentile. I'd say, and many have said, 80%, this isn't my quote, I'm borrowing this from someone, but 80% of what happens to us in life is our attitude, and we can control that. 20% is uncontrollable. Hey, you made it to the stream, Putato. I love the name Putato. Very cool. You made it to the stream. Unfortunately, you're not at home to play. Well, no worries. You're not at home right now, otherwise you join the race. Well, Putato, I love it. Next time, you'll catch us next time. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Now, I think everyone's made it in. IB's made it in. Zelandan, okay, you're the last one, my friend. Let's get it in. Yes, we can now start. Folks, I just want to make sure everyone has the best race possible. Don't forget to check out your car settings, and I would have made the mistake. I thought I was on the softs. Put your soft tires on. It's going to give you a huge advantage. So important. So... my PSN, you can find me under bear_cuddles for you. So that's capital B and a capital C. So bear_cuddles with 2 Ds for you. Oh yeah, Super Doofus. Oh, is there one of our moderators, man? Super Doofus, you're a good friend. I really appreciate it. I needed this. I needed a little friend time. I've been a little down the last few days, and spending some time with family and friends are definite ways to get you feeling better inside. So let's start the qualify. Oh, we still have someone initializing here. Maybe it's me. All right. So folks, don't forget, hit that. We got NLD, wow, a B racer, incognito. Good morning, the Super Doofus, race long and prosper. Can't really see it with the black gloves, but there you go. Vulcan salute. So let's get everyone initialized here. I think we can start the qualify now. All right, so I won't practice. I won't give myself any unfair advantages, and I promise I wasn't practicing this track before loading it in. I was watching a little Dora with my little princess. Yeah, it is a full lobby. Great. This is a good Saturday morning. Wish you all a wonderful weekend. And let's cover tips. Let's, cover online racing the way it should be. Don't forget, folks, before getting into a race, turn your radar on. And you'll also want to play around with your brake settings so it's about where you want it. I think for this race, there's no long periods of trail braking except for the last corner. If you can set it up on your wheels, you probably want to go up to +4 for the last... the second last turn of the race. Oops. But the rest of the time, you're probably going to want to be around 0, maybe +1. Oh, don't tell me we're going to have issues here with the steering. Definitely don't want to switch to my controller. All right. Okay, well, I'll start the qualifying lap in just a moment. Worst case scenario, we'll... yeah, worse. Okay. We have steering now. No, we do not. Well, further proof that I don't practice the races beforehand to try to give myself an unfair advantage because, well, I'm the only one that knows what race is going to be picked. And let's be honest, I picked the race pretty last minute because I wait for people to see if they want to vote and throw in if someone really wants a certain race. Well, is this the end of the Thrustmaster? Oh, it is not the end of the Thrustmaster. It comes back to life. Oh, boy, am I glad that that's not the end of the Thrustmaster. All right, let's get into it. Hope everyone put their summer tires, their racing tires on. And talking about summer tires, oh boy, thankfully I bought one Porsche 911 and with the purchase came 2 brand new rear tires because 2017 Shelby GT 350 tires, which are tire size 305, 35, 19. That means the last number is how many inches? We're almost $1,000. We're going to be almost $1,000 a tire in Michelin. With our employee price through Ford, we're actually looking at about $750. But we went with some Firestone Firehawk tires for $400 a tire. But to get that price, we had to go into a more common size, which meant going up to 325, 30, 19. So just a tip, if anyone's coming across some really expensive tires for their car, try to see if in another size you can get a much better price, because it all comes down to volume. Not usually bigger means more expensive, but not always. Woo! The car behind me didn't have to slow down much for that, but we did. Oh, and we hit a little wall. Sorry for causing trouble to you, Jazz. There you go, Zalata 98 whizzes by cleanly. Good job. Both cars blowing my doors off, but neither hitting my doors off. That's the way online racing should be, as clean as possible. Remember, whether you're battling for first or battling to not finish last, if you're going to be physically battling with the car in front of you, you're going to be going slower. And the worst is when you're at the top or middle of the pack, because you'll have all sorts of cars just waiting for you to drive slower. So you drive a little slower, of course, when you're defending that apex. And yo, what is up, YouTube Sebastian? Thanks for making it in. Appreciate you making it into the show, into the live. We're just trying to get some good, clean racing in. Thank you so much for deploying that like button. Now we are going to see. We're going to start in 11th. Incognito, that is fantastic. Thank you. So yeah, my tip for tires is if you come across some extremely expensive tires, don't worry about it. Try to see if a little smaller or a little bigger. Play around with those ratios because you might save a lot of money, as we did. Yes, many overtook me. So I started a little late. We couldn't get we were worried that we were going to need a new Thrustmaster at a good $1,000. If we did get another steering wheel setup, I don't know if I'd go Logitech 29, G29, or if I do another Thrustmaster. The first Thrustmaster TGT2, the main steering wheel burnt out, and that might just be because I had too many plugs on one power bar. I had 2 power bars, but they're really going into the same unit in the house, so now I've got them on completely different plugs. Now here, you got a little trick. Get that brake pedal down and just let go of the brake pedal. We're a little late there. We started at 0.8. Normally we can get it around 0.3 or 0.4 for the startup. So basically you just hold down the gas and you let go, and the brake, and you let go of the brake when you're ready to go, instead of just adding gas. Now look at this wonderful clean racing. We're able to go down a straight without anyone taking another car to pound down and throwing them off. I do not have a livery maker. I've got the world's best Aussie pug, great mate, and the best at making liveries, and he makes us liveries. Yeah, phew, the issue is solved. I wasn't looking forward to spending $1,000 on a new rig, especially that we're not monetized yet. We're not at 1,000 subscribers, so I don't know if I could handle dropping $1,000 into my non-paying hobby. Here we are trying to learn and grow, and we're trying to go from zero to hero every week. Or no, sorry, beginner to winner every week, means we start a new online race and try to, often in last, and try to finish the week or middle of the week. We usually get to a podium finish. And we try to go from zero to hero, and that means 3 months ago we started in the E class, and we're in the C class now, 3.5 months later. And the goal, that was close. The goal is to make it to A class. So taking the goal bit by bit, broken it down into what is manageable, and that means we try to race every day except for Sundays. Sunday is family fun day, the day of rest, respecting the Sabbath. Hey, Super Doofus, buddy! What is up? Wow, great job, Sebastian. You're in A. Wow, great work. That some skilled driving on your part. Very impressive. Alright, so let's go wide here and start turning in on the marker. Get to the apex, and once we're at the middle of the apex, we get back on the throttle. And here we go at the 100. We'll start braking. Actually, probably do it on the 50 there, but based on the speed we're going. Yes, Incognito, my goal is to actually make money. Oh, you lost it with Dr. Reset, yes. Is Dr. Reset a driver, or is that when we hit the reset button too many times? Because yes, quitting races won't get us ahead. We gotta suffer through the suck, and that's, you know, having a few sucky races. Hopefully that doesn't, the language there is okay, but having a few, you know, off races and struggling is part of the process. It's needed. We got to get used to struggling. We also have to put our ego aside, and I mean any, not just racing, any goal or hobby or activity or business we're taking on, any new challenge that we're taking on, you got to put the ego aside, because it's normal. You're new, we're gonna be kind of comparatively bad or awful compared to people who have more experience, and the goal is to learn, observe, learn, and try to recreate what the more experienced drivers or those in the activity we're trying, or challenge we're taking on, do. Now, this is a very tricky section of this race. This, you know, elevation changes, tight turns, walls all over. But when you can master that, you can master just about any track in the game. So the key is to be able to get through there. Now, I'm pretty good at taking on new tracks. I'm not great at perfecting those tracks. So I can, you know, I'm a pretty decent C-class driver. And if I ever want to get out of C-class, I'm going to have to perfect tracks, meaning becoming a little obsessive with them and doing the circuit experience. Wow, good job, Sebastian, with 244 views in the day of. That is fantastic. I'm wondering, Sebastian, how many subscribers are you up to now? So I can wish you luck on your next hurdle, your next Res Racer. This is a really tricky race. It's the bane of many drivers' existence. Now remember, damage is on extreme, so you absolutely want to avoid any contact with other cars. I'm trying to sort of force good habits. And hey, extreme racing is cool. Wow, good job, Sebastian. That's fantastic. That's not pretty much where we are as well. I think we're at 635. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Oh, I went in a little hot, but we were able to save it. Sometimes you don't get the right line and you just have to ease off the throttle to get these front wheels to have more traction and steering to them. Especially going uphill with a Porsche. You know, it's not a front engine vehicle where you still have weight on those front wheels making contact, helping you to turn. Well, that's great, Sebastian. Yeah, the racing community is pretty darn supportive, and I'm certainly appreciating all the support I'm getting as well. Oh, Super Doofus, I was having a hard time keeping up to you, Super Doofus. You were doing great, buddy. Oh, you were racing with Got Max Power today. Very cool. Yeah, Incognito, sometimes I guess need to go outside and play with the dogs to feel better. Ooh, that's about, I think, as fast as I can go through that section. And actually, I caught a little bit. Oh, and Super Doofus is probably gonna come back and pick up. Oh, Super Doofus, yeah, you tagged the wall. I tagged the grass. I got some grass there. I pushed it to the limit. I was pretty proud of how quickly I went through the second last turn. Little over rotation from adding throttle in first. If I had traction control on 0, I would have gone right off the course there. Well, Sebastian, I'd have to look into how to even get a livery maker, because right now I only have the livery maker in the game, and it seems to take about 15 minutes just to put on a JCCR on the back wing of a Ferrari. So, oh, don't worry, Sebastian. We all make mistakes. Try to full throttle through here. We're gonna have to use the whole track to be able to do that. Full throttle, or at least not release more than 20% throttle here. And we have, good thing we let go of the throttle there. So we just tagged the wall ever so slightly. Oh, we're gonna lose it here. A little bit of a rough last lap, trying to push my times. And that's why when we're on online competitive racing, sometimes it's better to just drive at 90% of our speed and essentially drive as fast as we can without pushing it to the point where we start picking up crashes. Meaning not trying to get our best lap time, just trying to be a little slower than our best lap time. Sebastian, no worries. Have a great Saturday. I hope you spend it with friends and family. Friends and family are oh so important, especially family. Thank you, Sebastian. Really appreciate the support. Good luck, my friend, and great racing. Get down into second here. Catch the apex there. That's how we get this done. Full track utilization. And we're going to have to turn up the time. That wasn't enough time to, I guess they'll just give us the position where we're following, but we should have enough time, at least most of the pack made it across the finishing line. So sorry for that, folks. I'll go correct that right away. So, Jazz, congratulations for your first place position. Dilly in a Mercedes AMG. So, first and second with the Mercedes AMG. That's a great car. And you got Mr. Andrzej Juski, A driver. Wow. So, that means you started at the back of the pack and you made it to the top with a Super Racing. You got Gruntle up there in the 911. I love that 911 as well. B-class driver. MGB with the B-class. And I was the top of the C, it looks like. We got Boogaloo Jones behind us with a 911, and JCCR Super Doofus doing great things with the 458 Italia. We only passed him because he caught the wall. We caught a lucky break there, and we got Rondi in 10th. So great job, guys. Let's call out the top 5 to top 10 cars. Let's see here. let's fix this up. Now let me know if you all want, absolutely demand a new race, or was that just practice and now we'll get into a nice second attempt here. So we need to have at least a 60-second delay to allow everyone to finish up. Race finish delay. Time limit 3 minutes. Let's put qualifying up to 5. No, 3 is fine. Just have to get on the track a little sooner. Thank you for dropping a like, Samo. And Samo, good. Thank you for saying hi to other racers here. I really appreciate when people are friendly. So, folks, vote. Are we doing this race again? Count it as a little bit of practice, or do you want us to switch it up? And we could always switch it up for that weekly race B, if you remind me the name of that race. I think it's Kyoto Park. But let me know, folks, in the comments. Yeah, good morning, everybody. So glad to be hanging out with the friends here. Old friends and new friends. Thank you so much for throwing out a good afternoon. We're still morning here for another few, we're about 10:40 in the morning here. So let's do another quick one here, and we'll hit up after this Kyoto Park. Or Norskliff, the Nuremberg Ring, the whole race, Norskliff. Let me know, as long as it's an extreme race, I'm willing to go. Don't forget, folks, also to put on your Racing Soft. So Racing Soft tires, you might have to reset this every race, but you'll get a much better performance here with Racing Softs on. So let's see, has everyone checked in? Everyone has checked in. Let's get it started here. One last time at Bathurst or Mount Panorama. Incredible race. Very extreme. It's the way racing should be. Extreme damage. Extremely challenging races, because those are the most rewarding once you actually get the hang of them. And extreme penalties for crashing. That's the way it should be. Now let's get the radar on, make sure we don't cause any crashes, and try to avoid them. A little defensive driving, always a good thing. There we go, everyone got the soft tires on. Very happy to see that. Happy to see some flags from all around the world here. Germany, Sweden. A flag I don't recognize from Retreat Tavo. Love to know, let me know where you're from, friend. Alright, now I'm going to focus in on the race, try to get a decent little qualifying lap in. Oh, you start to slide the car when you brake while having the steering wheel turned quite a bit, and that's true for the acceleration pedal as well. So keep in mind, 2 important tricks. There we go, made it through there a lot safer than our last lap. Wall kiss. There we go, lift off just a tiny bit. Lots of braking here. That's our chance to brake. Then here, those are your 2 brake points. And then you gotta put your big boy pants on and kind of gas through there. You want to brake and then turn in with no brake, because that's a very sharp turn. It's not the place to be practicing your trail braking, and that's why we've left brake balance on 0, because I want maximum capability when it comes to braking in a straight line. I'm willing to sacrifice that trail braking here. If I had it set up on the scroller, I'd put, it's right here that you should throw, if you can, your brake balance to 4, so you can, yeah, even there, it's not much of a trail braking situation. So I think 0 is actually the right brake balance for this race. Got back on the accelerator before we're even looking down the track. So basically middle of the apex, or the markers will let you know. So this is the marker, you brake to it, then you turn in at the marker and you start accelerating on that inside marker. Forza Canada, our mate, Forza Canada, a fellow YouTuber. Check out his channel. He's got an excellent racing channel. He's out on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, I think he just said, I'm going to let Johnny go by because I want to follow behind him. So I think he just gave us a free pass. Or maybe his steering wheel glitched out the way ours did last night. And this morning it didn't want to turn on. That was weird. It just needed to be reset, I guess. Really hoping that I get a good 5 years or more of play out of this Thrustmaster GT2, but I bought it used, so who knows? Couldn't afford the full new price, but now that I have it and I've tested it, yeah, it's worth the full price. Oh, okay, breakpoint 1, breakpoint 2, and there we go. Got it just in time. Oh, that's not a place to be braking. So the car will slide out if you try braking when the steering wheel is very much turned. I call that getting turned up. Oh, Forza Canada, I hear you. When I haven't played for just 1 day, I miss 1 day and I come back and it's like, whoa, what is this? And it reminds you, you know, if you're going to take on a real racetrack in the real world, you got to warm up and build up to it. Same thing for go-karting. I'll go go-karting and I try to put down one of my laps similar to like the last time I had raced according to how it's set up in my memory. And that's just, you know, a disaster, potentially disastrous situation. All right, so let's see as times come in. I think the faster we are, the more we're going to be at the bottom of the pack. So let's hope those A drivers actually got in good laps. I would definitely like to start ahead of the A drivers, not end up being a C driver and have one of the fastest laps. Well, then it's going to be really hard holding on to it. Super Doofus, no worries. We all miss the brake marker from time to time. Lap 1, turn 1. What were you thinking? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking at times, but we've got a lot of A racers here, so this is a great opportunity to learn and grow just by following them. It's kind of like following that great ghost driver. All right, let's get this race started, and still waiting for votes from the live stream community for the next race. I'm thinking either we hit up the weekly race C, I think it's Kyoto Park, or maybe we should do the Norskliff ring, Nuremberg ring. So here we are at Mount Panorama with some intense, exciting racing, the way racing was meant to be. So we're subscribers. I wrote subscribers versus YouTubers, but really it's with YouTubers, because we're all here to learn and grow, make friends, and have some friendly competition. Oh, and we get penalized hard and big. I tried to pop it right on the start. Woo! Here we go, here we go. Oh, a little straightaway bumping. But it was light bumping, so I can respect that. Oh, now it's getting a little hard there. And often that happens though. You try to take a car off the track and you're risking putting yourself off the track. Ooh, we got a little bit of a hit there, I think. Volkswagen, a little bit of a beefy car there. We got to be careful. They'll easily take us off the track. Oh, we took the long way around that turn. If you get anxious before going to work, if I understood that incognito, maybe doing something that takes your mind off of it before is good, unless your work requires a lot of prep, in which case, like if you're going to be giving a speech, in which case maybe it's good being in the subject matter of what you're going to be working on, unless, if you prep adequately in advance, then it should be maybe more just about confidence building and relaxation prior. So, oh, we got a little push there, but we're still holding it together. We've probably have active stability management on, which helps us stay under control when we get little bumps and scrapes. Here we go, racing down the track on the straightaway. We're going to give this individual in the AMG some space to cook, because he is going way faster than us. So I'm not going to try to block, because if I do, he always has the option to give us a good old push And our goal is to be fast by, well, being consistent. Safe, smart, consistent driver, which means you gotta know when to defend, and also there are times when you just don't defend because the car is going a lot faster. Online, you know, these aren't real cars. Online, people will often give you the punt. So there, you definitely want to go in slow to come out further and faster down the track. And you come out faster down the track because when you get to the apex, that's the inside of the turn, you can get on your throttle much earlier, meaning you finish the straightaway. You go through the straightaway and you finish the straightaway at a much higher speed. Oh, you get anxious playing the game incognito. Yes, okay, well that I can understand. Online sometimes, yeah, it can be a little frustrating for me. I'd say that's the emotion I'd use to describe online racing. Not now. Playing with friends here, it's great. It's very clean racing. It's fun racing, and it's relaxing, and it makes me happy. However, online racing can definitely be frustrating, and that's not the mood I want to be in before I go into work. So, oh, I had to pull away from the wall because I was too close. Not a good setup there. So what I'd say is maybe playing the AI and picking up a few credits before going into work would be good. Oh, that was the long way around. Brakes locked up, so... Oh, sorry, friend. I was in his way. So there we go. Taken out. Well, not their fault. I hit the wall, so I slowed down, and then he drove underneath us, kind of. So there is our attempt. We're near the top of the pack, and now we'll be hanging out at the bottom of the pack. Or right in the middle, really, because we have 16 racers, surprisingly. Rez Racer with the fastest lap. Congratulations, buddy. Oh, the car is a little wonky now, because look at this. Whew, a little wonky. Because damage is on extreme or on high. I'd like there to be extreme mode, but no, this is high. Lots of, we're quite far behind, but let's see if we can catch up now. So you catch the apex so that you can then be on the accelerator so much earlier. You go through the entire straight at a higher speed, you end at the end of the straight at a higher speed, and then you just repeat it all over again. Catch the apex, and there we go. See how we can be so much earlier on that throttle. That is the key to not going in hot. You don't want to go into a turn too quickly. You're much better going in too slow than too fast. Too slow, overall you're going to get better results over the entire lap than too fast. You don't want to cook your turn. Woo, that's about as much track as we can use, so that's about as fast as we can go through there. Ooh, barely had to let go of the pedal there, so there's the advantage of using the whole track. Being careful because the car is damaged, the tires are damaged, so the handling is a little off, making a slight difference on how fast we can and how hard we can take these turns. So you definitely don't want to be on your brake pedal on any of these sharp turns, and that's true of any race that has sharp turns. I'd love to see Bathurst in a lot more online races. I'd like to see this 1 week out of 4, or on a rotation 1 week out of 4, 1 week out of 6. I'd also like to see more online races. There's always 3 races offered. I'd like there to be at least 6 with different tracks, and 3 of those races I'd like it to be for super clean racers, so high damage. I'd like to see a new category, extreme damage, where your car can be taken out of a race permanently from damage, and that a car can be taken out of a race permanently from dangerous driving, so that attacks would not be tolerated. Here we go. Brake. Let's try braking right before the 50. Yeah, that's about right. We could probably even start doing it at the 50. Or just a hair before. Car is holding together. It's a little harder to drive, but it's holding together with all this damage. And Jazz now with the fastest lap with a 203.9. That is a good lap on Bathurst. That is a very good lap. Just before the 50. That's a big turn for speed because that's a turn you can take a full 2-3 seconds slower on just one turn, depending whether you take it really well or really not ideal. Whether you take it lieutenant slow, which I am often lieutenant slow, but I'm also usually the master of clean racing, and that's the only way we actually get really sometimes very good results, just from clean, smart, safe racing. Brake here, that's your one chance, and chance two right there. Can't be on brake for going through any of these tight turns. Keep that in mind for any race with tight turns. Brake before, brake, and carry, no brake, no brake. I did 10% braking, just 2 taps real quick to make sure, just drop ever so slightly, drop that speed so I don't slide through. Bringing down the time, let's try to have our fastest lap here. Oh, we're gonna have a very fast lap here, at least for a C-Class driver. And a damaged car. Come on. Oh, I thought I'd make it in under 210. That's why I was saying that it's gonna be a very fast lap. But a 214 flat, not bad, but when you compare that to the fastest lap of 203, it's an extreme race, so you have extreme differences because there's a huge difference between doing the track pretty darn perfectly well and horribly. Lots of places to lose a lot of time. And we picked up a pole position because we started off in first. We had, I guess, a really good practice lap. All right, let's see now for the next race. Oh, Dragon Trail is a very fun one, and it is pretty darn wild as a race because of the wall. You got the Kyoto Driving Park. That would be fun, a little practice on this week's. And one of the wild setups here, this week's wild setup. Let's do that. It's a long race, so we'll take it down to 3 laps. I hope that's okay with the crew. I was also really watching Dragon Trail. Dragon Trail is a lot of fun. Yes, Andrew Juski saying thank you for the good race, fun race, and clean race. Yeah, that was a clean race. That was really nice. I wish online racing was clean like that more often. And this week, this has been the bumper car, the Demolition Derby, Twisted Metal. And when I say clown racing, I'm really referring down to the PS2's Twisted Metal video game. That's what I mean by clown racing. The main baddie in the game was the clown and the ice cream truck. That's what I mean. I don't mean any disrespect by anybody. So Super Doofus, we'll do one race here, then we'll finish up the day on Dragon Trail. I really don't mean any disrespect by anyone. I certainly don't think I'm a better racer than anyone. I'm one of the slowest racers in the SEA League. And the only way I really win and get podium or near podium is through clean, safe, smart driving. And that's just what I'm here to share. Friendship, entertainment, learning and growing together to all try to become faster. And a big part of that is being a safer, smarter driver. All right, folks, don't forget to hit the check mark. Don't forget to get your tires on because you'll probably be thrown on some soft tires. Now, I do recommend the AMG for this race. because the Ferrari can get pushed off real easily, and the AMG is just very, very solid. I'm a Porsche guy. I just finished owning 2 Porsches, but I sold one, so now I'm down to 1 Porsche 911. And that's A-okay. You know, I don't need different colors for different days. Now, let's not get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to have a clean, safe, fun race. And then we'll head it over to Dragon Trail. I agree, Dragon Trail is 100% fantastic. Dragon Trail is a fantastic track, Super Doofus. Alright, so Coyote Park, there is a lot of trail braking. It's a kind of a trail braking, big time trail braking race here. Let's get into the qualifying. We have just enough time to do 1 lap. So here you probably want to have your brake balance at least 2. So you want to free up those front wheels to steer. You're going to brake more slowly. It'll take you a bit more distance to brake, but your front wheels can still steer the vehicle while braking. Now, I am not very fast on this track, but this is a fantastic track. It's extreme in the sense that cars are often really glued to each other. Thing Z here is learning the track maybe for the first time, and that's a smart way to take it on. Slower, to not do what I just did and eat grass. Oh, coming on your side here, gonna go real wide to avoid an incident. Thank goodness these markers are here, because when you don't know a track, they will save you. Now that is a turn. If you've got traction control on 0, you will get an advantage, because yes, your tire is going to be allowed to spin a little. That's going to be key to powering out of that turn. Because traction control, let's say 5, the other extreme means the tires will never spin any. I mean, you can't get a little acceleration boost while pulling out of turns because, well, it would cause the tires to spin a little, and traction control just won't allow those tires to spin. So, slower results, but safer results. More consistent laps, no crashes. So you got to find the traction control that works best for you. That takes out a lot of cars there, Super Doofus, or Caslu, so many cars, even in the A-League. I was watching Super GT in the A-League, and that turn there was taking out car after car. What a fantastic first lap, one of the longest laps that you'll come across in the game. You have to be patient here. Now this is about, I'd say, when you can add throttle. Just don't eat too much of the curb and lose balance like I just did. And full throttle through here. Such a cool section to full throttle. Here you can kind of coast through. As long as you're in third, you're going to be good. Top of third for there. Missed the apex by a full mile, and poor results due to that. You really need to be in the right gear to get the proper rotation, so it's important to watch that little gear suggester at the bottom. That's the little red square with the black number in it. No, and that means full throttle. So we didn't have a suggested gear, full throttle here. We want to be in third, top of third, so let's hold it top of the third, so partial throttle, and then full throttle as soon as you get to or right before that marker. So we're starting up in third. Nice. We're going to start up in a pole position. Two B racers in front of us, a B racer behind us. Rondi, good job there. And you got Forza Canada, Dilly Dilly, who's having a bit of glitching issues today. Poor guy. That's unfortunate. Our brethren from the United States, Super Doofus. I forgot, Super Doofus, that you're not Canadian. You're American. Very cool. Part of our racing team. One of our colleagues. A good mate. And Z, I'm not sure what flag that is, and I'd love to know. So let us know, Z. Let's just have a good race, folks. And thanks for the race so far. I'm going to do my best, even though, yes, I am a beginner. Let's get this race started. Oh, no one posted a time. Okay, Super Doofus, sorry about that. I'll have to fix up the qualifier time. We'll count that then as one practice lap, 1.5 practice laps. Super Doofus, thanks for the help. You're a good mate. Much appreciate hanging out and learning from you. Don't forget Super Doofus and Forza GT, as well as Philness GT, all great YouTube channels to check out. And they're my mates, so I'd love it if you support them. Boom, there. I think we got it at about the 0.5. So not too bad. Now the 911 does have a slow first takeoff. If the Ferrari there, if you're in the Ferrari 458, it takes off so well from these starts because it's a fast, slow, and medium turn car. The 911 is medium and high speed turns are the specialty. Turns taking off in mid or low first gear are dreadful in the 911. Gruntle, mate, I'm right behind you, looking great with that Skyline and that livery. The Skyline is definitely a car I would consider for the family, but I think before getting a Skyline, I'd get an M4, a 4-door M4, or a convertible M4 for the family. Nice little family car. But I'm just loving, I can't give up the Shelby GT350, that engine and the sound of that car and the driving of that car. The suspension's incredible, by the way. It's got Magna Ride. And a regular Mustang GT gets taken away. I wish SMB boosted 5.0 over here right now. If you're watching this on replay, brother, this is for you. My Mustang brother. I've owned a lot of Mustang GTs, well over 10. And a 4-cylinder and I think 2 V6s. But the suspensions always get taken off by roads with divots in them. You get shot left and right, and it's even worse when you have active suspension and you put it in sport mode. I'd say some roads are very dangerous in sport mode. The car will shift and shimmy left to right. Great handling though on a racetrack. But well, if you get a Mustang GT with Magna Ride or the Shelby GT350 with Magna Ride, it absorbs the road. It's an amazing suspension system. So when the roads would normally send you left and right all over the place, it'll be very drivable. It absorbs bumps better, so it's more comfortable, it's safer, and if you drive hard on a nice beautiful track like we're on now, you'll get great results. So it's a no compromise suspension system. I'm doing a thing, I'm in third, yay! Yes, one lap completed, coming into the first, end of lap 1, in fourth. Dude did have the advantage though of not starting at the back of the pack. So here you want to full throttle through, and you just want to make sure you catch the apexes in order to be able to do that. Full throttle, in fourth. Then you shift up into fifth, at least that's how I see that section. Ooh, a little switch back, left and right slide. Very, very manageable in the 911 now since the update. This thing's handling much more like it does in the real world. Oh, too early on the throttle, so almost take it out because of that. Gotta be patient with this race. This track will teach patience. Wow, this track with these hills, very green hills. This reminds me of the Lac Brome, Bolton, Mansonville, or Brome area. Actually, this hill could be right in the valley, right beneath my parents' house. That would be right up in the hills like that. Going in really deep because I started braking a little late. Missed my brake cue. Okay, so first, we're gonna have to go in deep because we started braking late. But we've held it together. Oh, sorry, friend. Oh, they unghosted you. I think a half second before. Oh yeah, big penalty to me. A half second. Wow, GT7, you really messed things up there. You put the car ghosted for when it was absolutely not needed and the car was in no danger, and you unghosted the car at the very last half second or quarter second. It was just not possible for me to do anything there to avoid that car. Maybe throw myself, well, no, not even, because I just caught the back end. So even if I would have couldn't throw myself towards the left of the wall, and if I couldn't throw myself to the right of the wall, I would just hit the middle or the front of the vehicle. Little accident by GT7. Had they just not ghosted the car in the first place, I would have stomped on the brakes well in advance to avoid the situation altogether, gone through real slow. So, ghosting failure by GT7. That is not the way online racing should be. I think just should do no ghosting. Make it as realistic as possible. It's a sim racer, right? Not an arcade. You have to be patient there and not gas through, even though it seems like the type of corner you gas through. So we're in third, and because of that little ghosting issue, we're going to be kicked into, we're probably going to lose about 4 positions. Went real wide there, as if there would have been inside lane traffic. Love that section. That is a beautiful section of road. This is a very, very relaxing, fun race. Went in too hot and really lost a lot of time there because of that. Better to go in too slow than too quick. Now that turn has picked up a lot of crashes. So we're going to lose. We're in third, but as we cross the line, we're going to lose a lot of positions. Oh, right before the line cross. Ha ha! There we go. Penalized by improper ghosting by GT7. And we're giving a chance to all the other cars to get in. It was pretty close. It's nice when it doesn't take the full 30 seconds to have everyone finish up. It's nice if we all finish up within about 5 or 10 seconds between first and last. And Z, I congratulate your courage and bravery. An E-Class driver taking on a new track, so that's never easy, but great job putting in the time and the effort to get faster. Good work, Z, and good job not rage quitting or cry quitting out. You stuck it through the whole race. Great work, Z. All right, now let's hit up the Dragon Trail for the last race of the day. But first, I want to give a huge congratulations to Dilly Dilly, who's having a bit of trouble with lagging before. Forza Canada, right on. Check out his YouTube channel, folks. Gruntle, good work, mate. MGB, Res Racer, good job, Ricky. You've got Kazlu, XX Dylan, JCCR, I guess now in 8th because of probably that penalty, 4-second penalty. And we've got JCCR, Super Doofus. What is up, mate? Great, amazing looking livery. Rondi and Z. Good work, folks. Let's take it out to... Let's take it to the Dragon Trail. Yes. Horrible singer. Sorry, folks. Let's do Seaside, not reverse. Number of laps, it's a shorter race, so let's kick it up to 5 for the last race of the day. Actually, let's do we'll do 4 in case we do 2 4-lappers. It's only 11:10. We've now been racing for just under an hour. And let's get that qualifying time up. Let's take it up to, these are shorter laps, 3 minutes will be fine. With 90-second after delay, so we make sure that we get that second lap in. Even really, let's make sure everyone crosses at 110. Yeah, that will give everyone, no, you know what, there's delays and people coming out of the pit, so we'll change the event settings there. Super Doofus, no worry. I understand you got to drop out. Have a great day, Super Doofus. Thanks for making it in. I'm sorry you didn't get to race your trail. I love this trail as well. Folks, don't forget to get your car settings here. Put your soft tires on. I don't think we did that last race. Let's get a few racers in here and start it up for the last race. Since we've lost a few people, we don't have our full 16 car setup. Thank you so much, Super Doofus, for making it in. Hey, the queue's in. Good morning. And Incognito's still in the house. Awesome. Thank you so much. Samo, RSR, howdy ho. Legend, thanks for making it in here. We've had a great amount of people coming in through the live stream this morning. That's fantastic. Really appreciate it, folks. So 5. I'd love to get a few more racers in here. I understand it's getting pretty close to lunch. People are off to make lunch, get their Saturday morning officially started. It's in my area finally stopped raining, so I got to get the electric Shelby out for the daughter and drive her around. But she's probably just probably going to be on her way to waking up pretty soon. Oh, Fito2982 would love for you to catch a race with us. That would be great. Love your little photo from a wedding likely there. Looking good. Looking sharp, friend. All right, so let's, I guess, get the qualifying going. Oh, good. We got Z who's followed in. I'm surprised more of the racers. We started today at 16 racers. So I'm surprised we don't have more coming in here. Res Racer, thank you so much for holding in. Gruntle, Forza Canada, really appreciate it, mate. Oh, cool. Z is taking out his Lancer with a pretty darn good looking skin there. Res Racer, love the profile here. Love the livery. Gruntle, very cool livery there. Forza Canada, good work. Oil changes. Yeah, Monty Swingwell. Doing an oil change. I haven't done one in the 911 in quite some time. My oil is probably horrible. I appreciate that reminder. Great job, Monty Swingwell. Smart man. Now we got our 7th racer in here. I can't do I don't want to go do the oil change now because I'll drop the lobby for everyone. Pulp Kitchen, a B-class driver. So look at this. You got B, B, C, E, B. Forza is A or B. Dilly Dilly is A or B. That is interesting. So Pulp Kitchen, don't forget to hit the little check mark here. Not if you're already on a cancel entry, well, don't hit that, but you'll need to hit the green check mark so that we can start up the race. And hopefully in the meantime, we'll have 1 or 2 more come in because having a good 10 racer setup for a tight, shorter track like this, 10 racers is just A-okay. It's very nice. Let's get it in here, Pulp Kitchen. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Throw on those. There you go. Everyone throw on your car settings, racing softs, make sure they're on, and let's get the qualifying race up and going. Beautiful architecture around this track. And if you're a seaside house, good idea to be made of brick if you have a lot of wood and the nails. Well, those nails are just going to rust out from the salty mist. So a little, well, yeah, definite trail braking through here. So got it up on 1 towards the rear, but probably 2 would have been better. 2's probably just the right happy medium for this race. But having it on 1 means we do have a bit of superior brake straight line. We gain on straight line braking power, but lose out on braking while we're turning into the turn, and there is a lot of that on this track. Now remember, Davo is the one that got us faster on this track, so huge shout out and thank you to Davo, our mate from Texas. Now here the trick, you got a full fill this GT. Good morning, buddy. You got a full throttle through here. Woo, barely survived it, but made it through. Film this GT. Wish you were racing with us today. And this is a big trail braking turn. So there, if you've got it set up on your wheel to be able to play around with your brake controller, I'd say drop it to 4. This was going to be the last one, but if you make it in, and we have at least 8 racers, I will do at least another race, buddy. Alright, so at the 100 we brake. Oh, and we just don't have the trail braking set up right. Oh, sorry, mate, that's my fault for going so slow through there. So you giving us a little mushroom boost. Full throttle through there. Now this lap for all the marbles, this will be our official qualifying lap time. Oh, and we're not doing nearly as well as the first lap around, which doesn't count because we were coming out of the pits. Oof. Sorry, Dilly Dilly. I was in your way going way too slow. Try to full throttle through here, of course. Hold 4th, and that worked out much safer than last lap. A little slower, but a lot safer. Now this is the big trail braking turn at the 100. And we can see we definitely lost speed there as Dilly Dilly is coming up. We'll give him the space. He's flashing his lights saying, go, go, go! Alrighty. So let's see. Res Racer picking up the best lap time there. We are, wow, 3 seconds slower than Res Racer. You are fast, my friend. Very fast. Great job. Yeah, film this GT. Hope you can make it. We've only got a quick little 4 laps here, so if you make it in and we get, you know, a good solid 8 racers, we'll do one last race. Oh, Philness, well, let me know what you're going to call your stream, and maybe we'll make it over depending on what's going on with the family. So maybe we would actually wrap this stream up so you can start yours. And those who are racing here can go join. Ricky Rez Racer Cheeky getting a first place finish. Fantastic driving. Dilly, I'm sorry I was so slow. I was dilly-daddling ahead of you. And a well-deserved punt. Thanks for those mushroom boosts. Forza Canada. Okay, I think Forza Canada just didn't do a practice lap. And that's why he's still running. He's probably in the pit still. And I put the pit timer, the end race timer a little higher. But hey, that gives us a chance to hang out, share some news. Folks, don't forget. Throw in your assist setting here. Make sure you've got, throw in your car settings and make sure you got those racing softs on. All right. Oh, I don't want to quit. No, I want to start the race up real quick and get Philness in here. Dilly is fast. Dilly's very fast. And so are you, Ricky. So are you. Excuse me. I had a bit of a flu. Well, I'd say I had 3 nights of fever, so I'd call that a flu instead of a cold. Cold usually doesn't come with any fever. But just had to let the body heat up and kill off that bacteria or virus that was in the system. Let's do... There we go. We'll do 2, and we'll get the radar on. 2 important tips. And we're going to race cockpit because, well, we want the most realistic racing experience, because I do want to take the Porsche 911 to the racetrack at Mont Tremblant, get my racer's license, my racing license. Woo! Rez Racer almost punted you there, almost gave you the mushroom boost. Hey, Carmelotto! Cammer. What's up, Cammer? Thanks for making it in. There we go. We got a little bit of speed. We got the right line, the right brake points, and the right acceleration points there. So catching up here, taking a real inside line. Woo! That was tight. Made it without crashing it. So went through there at about 3/4 pedal. Oh, I chickened out. I didn't put my big boy pants on, didn't have the stones, and actually braked and downshifted. Shame on me. I'm the clown. And I mean no disrespect by anyone by saying they're clown racing. It means they're driving silly, arcade style, or just like silly little mistakes. It's really not meant to disrespect anyone whatsoever. I love you all. I wish you all the best. I wish success and happiness for everyone. Philness GT, no, I'm going to do one more race, and then you'll talk about your lobby, and you'll get everyone from here to go into your lobby, and I will make it depending on family. Oh, I think through there, maybe I am better with braking on 0, because I just needed some last minute braking there, so we'll go from 3rd to last, probably. Unless, I think there's actually crashing behind me. Okay, I guess there's a major crash behind me, so I'm going to hold on to 3rd. Gosh, I love playing this game with friends, because we have these clean, fun races. Damage on high, everyone doing their best to avoid accidents. We're driving like we're all sponsored by a race team that will fire us if we, or the league will also ban us for life if we do any moves that would, you know, unalive somebody. So none of this Call of Duty, Mario Kart action. So yeah, definitely preferred the brake balance. 0 made a lot of sense. We had that hard, powerful braking prior. And Philness, I think, often drives in the minuses to get more braking power. Just a little, you lose on the trail braking, you win elsewhere. So let's advertise our brake balance and make a little commentary here. So it's here that we, yeah, there you see we're turning and braking, the car gets loose, but we have real powerful brakes compared to, let's say, +4 on the brake balance. Hey, Ethereum US, welcome. Oh, we missed the apex by a quarter mile. Well, no, that's more like a half mile. Wow, 3.6, 3.5 seconds, 3.4. Okay, we're getting a little 3.2. We're actually catching up to the car ahead of us. Okay, cut through that corner too much. Not worth, that much cutting was not worth it. Did not make us faster. We lost a bit of time there. Let's see, superior braking. Yeah, I like that. And then just a little bit of less trail braking. And back on the throttle. Oh, there, a little pushed it a little too much onto the curbs. Full throttle through. Just release the throttle through there and then get back on it. I'd say that was near textbook. That was pretty darn clean. At the 100. That was fun. That is a fun turn. Not too hard to master. All right, we shaved 3.7 seconds off our time. What a difference. Oh, quarter mile miss, getting better. Res Racer, we got a lucky break. Lucky break. You're on traction control 0 and had a little bit of, oh, trouble. Oh boy, we went in hard and deep. So yeah, the stronger brakes, I'm loving the last minute braking that it's allowing us. We're gonna race with Res Racer and learn from him here. Had faith, pedal to the metal through there, took the big boy pants. They're on, the big boy pants are on, and we are following Res Racer, an excellent driver. Yeah, we are holding behind him. We are holding our own with this high quality racer. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, right on. Holding the gap with a much better racer than us. Woo! All that downforce because that engine is behind the rear wheels. An amazing setup. And we got a second place. Yeah, podium. We did it, boys. Ladies and gents. Right on. Now we got to get Philness in here and do Ethereum asking how many times have you driven this course? Well, this week this is the first time. This is probably the first time in about, well, the last time we would have driven it is the last time it was a World Series or Manufacturers Cup race. So I think it's 2 or 3 weeks. And then before that, when it was an online race, maybe a month and a half ago, we raced it all week. Yes, you're in the lobby. Good job, mate, Philness. Hopefully you bring a few people with you, maybe one of your mates. Your buddy, really, Philness, really needs to add us. And Philness, I want to organize it. I'd like to have you back on the show, on the channel. It doesn't have to be a Saturday morning. It could be another lobby for example, tonight or tomorrow. But I'd love to do a lobby with you on the other side of the speaker. I want to follow you around. I want to learn from you. One of my biggest improvements, my two biggest major moments in improving as a racer were, first of all, the biggest amount of improvement came from when we were over the speaker, and after online you helped me set up my wheel and my pedals. That made huge improvements. And also, of course, racing with lead pencils. So check out Lead Pencil's channel, folks. Check out Forza Canada, check out Philness GT, and check out Super Doofus. Ethereum, I haven't done any competitive racing in real life, only go-kart. Usually I get about 2 to 3 races, 40-minute races in per year for go-karting. So that's it. That's it. But I do in the real world I had 2 Porsche 911s, sold one. I have one Porsche 911, one 1991 Toyota MR2 that got a new motor last year, and we'll need a new transmission probably sometime in the next 2-3 years, or this summer, depending how hard I drive it. I've got a 2017 Mustang Shelby GT350 with 26,000 kilometers on it, and a 2024 Ford F-150 Tremor that I absolutely love. You can check out those cars over on the channel, Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, where we long-term, short-term, review vehicles. Sometimes we take a vehicle from the dealership for a weekend, like we're going to be working on a video on the plug-in Ford Escape, which is probably the smartest brain. It's my favorite vehicle out there, brain-wise, not heart-wise. Shelby is probably more the heart car. Ethereum, that is very kind of you. With the name Ethereum US, I thought that maybe you're like in your 30s and 40s or 40s and that you're an investor. So folks, just want to help everyone out here. Don't forget car settings, throw on your soft tires. It's Danny making it in right on there, buddy. You drive a 2008 Mazda 6. Very cool, mate. Very, very, very cool. I like the look of Mazdas. The Mazda used to be owned by Ford, yeah. 29, all right. I'll be streaming on this race with you too, Johnny. Philness GT, that is fantastic. Glad that you're streaming this race as well. Well, if ever you want to do, I'm over your speaker, you're over on my speaker, anytime, let me know. We're now up to 9 racers. This is great. Can we get one more? Let's check out the skins here. We got Boladicati with a Peanuts livery. Very, very cool. Of course, we've got our JCCR livery made and brought to us by Aussie Pug. We've got Rez Racer with a very cool livery there. Way to go, Chief. Looking good. We got Gruntle with an interesting face livery. Let me know, Gruntle, who that face is. Is that your face? Whose face is that? Now we've got Forza Canada with an amazing silver blue skin, also made by Aussie Pug, if I'm not mistaken. Matte, very nice colors on that AMG. Dilly Dilly with a 911, and PHG Philness in the GR Supra Racing. PHG Philness is quite the racer. Oh, Monty Swingwell, very cool. Arnold Schwarzenegger's, very, very cool. All right, cheers, folks. Let's throw out some love and kindness out into the world here with a have a good race, almost good afternoon, good race, and thanks, mates, for making it. All the positivity thrown out there. Let's start the qualify. Yeah, Ethereum, very cool with all Arnold all the time. Well, I like Arnold. I also like, I watched his documentary covering his life. I found that was very good. So I'm going to keep the brake balance on 0, and we're going to run the radar here. Let's have a good, clean race as always. This is the subscribers. I wrote subscribers versus YouTubers, but in reality it's subscribers with YouTubers, because we're all here to learn and grow together. Give them the inside track, then we'll come in here, Dilly Dilly being very fast, we'll come in, try to pull off a switchback, or we'll benefit from drafting behind them. Oh, it's qualifying. No draft benefit on qualifying. There you go, huge benefit there from actually catching the apex, helping us hold together against an A-class driver when we're just a simple little C driver. So he's a lot faster, so we can learn and grow just by following him. Now, you don't always have to be 100% throttle or 0% throttle, or some people think it's all gas, and then if you're not all 100% gas, you're 100% brake. Not the case. Sometimes you need to be quarter braking, quarter acceleration throttle. Here, for example, half throttle. A little bit too much, so I went to 3/4 throttle, and that's why we ate the wall. And I didn't catch as much as the apex as I needed to. Little time lost there. Rez Racer is going to be coming up from behind real fast because he is a top quality racer. Oh, we made it through there. I don't think we lost too much time. All right, so this is going to be our official lap time. So let's go in slow to come out fast. Let's catch those apexes. Just got to think in slow, out fast. Apex Predator. Got to eat up these inside turns, and that's the best that we've done all day. That is almost textbook. Nice line through there, if I may say so myself. Here, ideally, you kind of drive through. You try to hold the throttle in, but you got to judge last minute what your line is at. Ethereum US. I do a lot for a living, a lot of different things. I put in about 54, 55 hours per week at an auto dealership working at Ford, Valistry Ford. So I'm a salesman there. 10% of the company is a co-op, and I bought into the co-op, so I get yearly dividends. I also invest a third of my retirement portfolio. I control myself, so I'm invested in Bitcoin, BITX, BITO, TMF, Amazon. I invested in different stocks. I, of course, have a portfolio that's managed by my investor. And I do YouTube over at Johnny's Car Care and reviews, and trying to turn this into a channel where we learn and grow together, where I help people learn how to tackle on their dreams or their hobbies or new activities that they want to take on, any new skill they're trying to take on. I try to show what kind of framework, mental framework, and strategies you can employ to taking on a brand new skill, hobby, career, business, and turn this into also a channel that helps pay the bills. So those are some of the things that I do in life for money. All right, Dilly Dilly again with an incredible 139.6. Great driver rating A. We picked up 4.5 seconds slower than Dilly Dilly, but then the rest of the pack was a little slower than us, so I guess we got lucky there. There must have been some accidents in the back of the pack. Let's see how we... I think that means we're going to... Because we're fast, I think we have reverse order on, so we're probably going to be starting at the back of the pack. Oh, Ethereum US, that's very, very kind. I also spend exuberant amounts of money fixing up cars at times. For example, my 1991 Toyota MR2, which I owned around, I think we owned that from 2007 or 2006 to 2012. Sold it to a good mate. Bought it back in 2021, I believe, 2020 or 2021. Yeah, 2020, spring 2022 or 2021. And we probably put $20,000 into that car. So that's been an expensive adventure. But generally, when we buy a vehicle, we generally get to own it and drive it with the money we put into it versus the money we sell it for. Usually we kind of break even. So all these extra vehicles we have are not hurting us too bad. So Dilly Dilly and I, as well as Forza Canada, as well as Barry Year, are going to be starting at the back of the pack because I guess we were quick. So the slower laps get to start at the top. So it's Danny is going to have a chance to have faster drivers pass him, and then he has a chance to follow them to learn the curbs. And that's what this channel and community, I want it to be all about. Learning and growing together, friendship, and fun. So let's have some clean, safe, fun racing the way online racing should be. Clean and fun, realistic. So let's have realistic racing. That's why we've got the damage on as high as it can go. Don't forget your racing soft tires. I want everyone to have a good, fair chance at this. Loving the little Arnold there, the Arnold skin. So let's start it up. Hey, Dev, you made it in. Welcome, buddy. Trying to put some skill to the track here. Now, we're starting the grid down in 6th because we're 4.5 seconds slower than the fastest, but an A driver. But we still came out pretty decently because we were faster than some of the B and C drivers that are also racing with us. Dev has been a fantastic coach and mentor, so we all learn and grow on this channel, and I think Dev has been learning and growing from being a coach and a mentor. Yes, race C. I want to get back to it. That's a fun race. You're right about that. Very fun race. Porsche 911 a little slow in first gear, but a very usable first gear. A long first gear. So we're coming all in, bunched up. So let's hope we don't end up with punches and bunches. Hopefully there's not too much contact. Ooh, we're going to go in slow here. We see there's a bit of contact up ahead. We won't defend the inside line. Oh, it made it through there. Found a little hole. I'd say there was a lot of luck on that one. But we are trying to always drive safe and smart. All right, this is a fun grouping of cars. Nice and tight. All right, we're going to try to be an apex predator, catch all these apexes. Ricky having a bit of bad luck there, and we made it by clean. Certainly didn't want to punt our mate, or really any car on the track. Start turning in on the marker. Last minute braking, quick little tap through the corner there. Try to use up the full track, catch these markers. Marker 1, catch marker 2. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, mate. Gruntle, a slight contact with Arnold. We do not want to go against the buff master there. The master of muscle. Certainly didn't mean to muscle you off the track in any way. Trying to take the open window that we saw because we had quite a bit of speed. Oh, thank you, Dev. I appreciate it. This is how I learn. Dev is a coach that really I should be paying. All right, so use the full track, start turning in on marker 1, make it to the inside marker. We'll call that marker 2. Brake to the marker. Oh, and we've cooked it. We went in too hot, so we don't have the line right. So we will get past, or definitely have that gap behind us really tighten up. Here, try to use the whole track and make it through. Follow those tire marks. Yes, we made it through with full throttle. Brake balance at 0 is just perfect in the 911 for this race. Now the BMW and Supra are incredible at this race, so do consider trying them if you're open to trying new cars. BMW M6 is a great go anywhere and everywhere car. It's going to be pretty darn fast on every single track. And the 911, well, it's just my brand favorite. Here we go, catch these apexes. Try to coast through here in 4th. And oh, that was getting to textbook quality. I think we carried a good amount of speed through there. I think 4th was the right gear to fly through on. Went through there a little slow, but better to be a little slow and get the right line to be too quick and cook it. If you cook it, you ruin the straight ahead. You ruin the space until the next turn because you're going to get into the beginning of that straight away at a much slower speed. So you'll carry less speed throughout, and it'll really affect you. All right, finally catching that apex. That's how we get it done. Much better, much quicker. Not perfect, but definitely better. And any skill you're trying to take on in life, that's what you need to focus on. Just getting a little bit better every time and putting your ego aside, forgetting about what, you know, don't worry, don't try to be a perfectionist. Just try to get it done and try to make incremental, small, little improvements until you are at the level where, you know, it ends up being, you know, lucrative, or, you know, you achieve that original goal of being in the top 10% or whatever it may be that you've set as a goal. Try to set up your goals into small, little, realistic, attainable goals to get little rewards, little mental rewards, dopamine hits for meeting your objectives. Try to carry in through fourth and back on the throttle there once we know the nose is in the right direction. Oh, and PhD Filmness, that quick son of a gun coming up. Good work, man. Good work. Oh, and you took the nice clean inside line. No pushing on the straight. Great stuff. I'll try to do a switch back here. Whoa, yeah. Nice racing, mate. Nice back and forth. Now we're going to race. Drag race down the straight. I don't want to use up too much of the track. You gave me space, I'll give you space. Very cool. At just before the 100. Are we gonna? Yes, we're gonna leave a little space there. And we let go of the throttle because I did not want to be having full contact there with our mate here, or any race car, because that's how you race in the real world. You race to not scrap a $2 million car. Woo! Hot dog! Going a little country there, almost went off-road. Oh, I went too wide, too wide, too wide. Sorry, mate. Oh, you're gonna pass me real quick. Do it, go for it. Oh, good clean pass. I know that was a difficult pass because I was owning the inside line, not because I felt that I should defend it, because it was the only line I could hold on to. PhD film is going to make it into a lot of this reel, into this video, and we're going to save the replay on this. Oh no, major mistake. Do not downshift there to third. That's going to cost us second place. Major error there. Just had to coast through on fourth like all the other turns. Got a little excited from all that back and forth with PHG. Excellent racing, fun, clean racing, the way online racing should be. I absolutely loved that exchange. But yeah, podium, and there's PHG doing a wonderful 360 at the end. What a finish, PHG. I call you King Filmness right there. Awesome stuff. So I guess Filmness GT, our good buddy there, will make it into his live with our back and forth. He's made it into our live back and forth. What a fun race. Res Racer, we got a lucky break. You're a much better racer. You're an amazing racer, and we just got a lucky break. I think you probably clipped maybe just a little bit of wall there. I don't recall seeing it, but I have a feeling that's what happened, because lap after lap, you're usually just blowing our doors off. Boy, was that ever a lot of fun. I haven't had that much fun in quite some time. And it's not just because, yeah, we finished in second. It was the clean back and forth, the true racecraft on display, having a real racing experience. And that's the way I want it to be online. And for that to go on in the lobbies, online lobbies, not the friends lobbies here, but I mean the sport mode, the online mode, Gran Turismo 7 is going to have to make some major changes, and they're already in the right direction. They're putting more penalties for this dangerous driving, but still no, it's only when you knock a car off the track, and they need to get into the straightaway pound town behavior. When you're on the straightaway and someone's pounding on you, they need to have like a 0.5, 0.5. So if someone hits you 4 or 5 times on the straightaway, they end up getting 4 seconds. Then if they, in the process, knock you off the track, give them 10 seconds, because if you get knocked off the track, you're going to lose 10 to 15 seconds on your lap anyway. So try to make it equivalent, or forget about penalties altogether and put real damage on. If a car mega punts you behind or spears you into another stratosphere, make it so both cars get totaled. Make it so that you then have to pay for that accident. So you pay for your accident and the one you clearly, obviously started and caused. So you finish the race. Oh, you owe 4 million. Oh, you only had 4 million? Well, great. Now you have to go and farm the AI until you have another 4 million, the minimum entry fee to go race online. If you did it that way, racing would be so clean. People would take it so seriously, and it wouldn't be any of this arcade Mario Kart nonsense, which is fine. If that's what you like, great. There should be 2 lobbies. There should be the Call of Duty Warrior lobby, or call it the Mario Kart lobby. And that's how they decide if you lose DR rating, how many contact taps you have, and penalties. Absolutely, Dev. But I'd like it to be more realistic. Set up 2 online competitions, if anything, and have it one be as realistic as you can with, credits and whatnot going back and forth. Because then people would really drive very clean. Because even with the DR pointing, people still, take you to Pound Town on the straightaways, will knock you off the track on a straightaway, will mega punch you or spear you into another stratosphere. And I just want to have more races like this one. PHG Filness, yeah, let's do one more, buddy. One more. Yeah, I'm going to do another, buddy. So let's just save the last 15 minutes, the last 5 minutes, because that was absolutely a fantastic end of race. Really enjoyed it. So let's get this started right up. Barry and Res Racer, don't forget to hit the check mark. Oh, great. We're going to be on an official 10, which for this track, I find 16 is a little crowded. 10 is the perfect number. Max, dude, right on there. Right on. Don't forget, folks, the damage is on high, so try to avoid those crashes. Barry R looking like a tiger. Very cool livery, the tiger livery. And fast. B rating. Great job, mate. Great job. So let's check this out. Don't forget, folks, I want everyone to have a fair advantage. Don't forget your racing soft tires. Don't forget to hit that check mark. Res Racer, we don't want to lose you here. Make sure you hit that check so we can get the lobby going. Okay, people are piling in here. Oh, when you crash, you say you've met Barry R. I did not realize that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, barrier. Yeah. Well, the French word for the sides of the tracks very much could be barrier, barrière. Very cool. Now, it's Danny. I really need you to hit this check mark because we're going to be starting up the race here. Start qualify. Gotta hit that check mark, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. We'll give you a few more seconds. Otherwise, we'll just have to kick out. So make sure you hit that check mark. Danny, it's Danny. Hit that check mark, please. You can do it there, buddy. Doing the countdown. Giving you... Make sure I get the right finger there. Do the countdown. Okay. It's Danny. Let's try one last time. Start qualify. And there we go. We're starting it up. Let's get the gloves back on and get into some super fun racing the way it should be. Oh, the Nürburgring race is today. Well, I'll have to catch that. Thank you so much, Dev. Dev is an incredible driver, an incredible instructor. You're a great mate, Dev. Thank you so much. So we're going to do this on 0. We're going to get our... Now here, the faster we are, though, the only thing is the further we're going to start on the track, and that's fine. We started near the back last race and finished near the top, if I recall. Excuse me, I'm still a little congested. Yeah, I love Group 3 and 4 cars. That's my type of racing. It's what I like to watch. The cars that I dream about and have dreamt about and work hard to own. You can check out Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, where we have one Porsche 911 because we sold the second one. We have a 2017 GT350, 1991 Toyota MR2 that's had a lot of work done to it, and a 2024 Ford F-150 Tremor, all doing long-term reviews on those. The European cars, it's all about, can you own a classic European car and still maintain a marriage or a relationship, meaning either not always be working on it or spend all the family dollars on it so that it completely ruins you as a human being. Love this race, one of my favorites. Top 3 race. the MR2 is on its 4th engine, but it is nonetheless an original engine in the sense that it's a 3S GTE 2-liter turbo. All right, we carried a good amount of speed through there, so that was near textbook. But yeah, last summer on the dyno, the engine blew, and as a result, we had to put in another Japanese motor. Love, love, love this race. Just a fantastic race. All right, from the outside to the inside. Here, there at 100, let's get down, trail brake to the apex here, and then get back on the throttle. And that's the key to getting faster laps. The horsepower is 300 horsepower at the wheels, so it's doing pretty decently. At 350 horsepower at the wheels on the engine from when I sold it in 2012, it would tend to overboost. I warned the owner, I said, don't put the pedal to the metal. It will overboost when you do so. And I don't think he listened. I think he probably overboosted it a lot, and that motor blew. He changed the motor. Then I bought it, and within about 150 kilometers, I blew the motor he had put in. Probably an air-fuel ratio mix gone wrong. The crank fell apart and just grenaded the motor. Yeah, we did, we redid, I had the suspension redone. I had the shocks redone. Should have done coilovers, but went with just shocks. Figured the springs would still be, the coils would still be good for quite some time. So it only has 137,000 kilometers on it. So it was time to take off the original shocks and put on some good quality shocks there. Highly recommend Bilstein all the time. Both my 911s had new suspension, but one was Bilstein and the other one was I don't know what, but it was too hard and rough. Bilsteins are fantastic. Bilsteins will give you the perfect mix of performance and drivability. So yeah, I unfortunately sold the black Porsche 911 that had the brand new Bilsteins. The suspension was completely redone. I didn't put that money in, I just did a good job buying it. Bought it from an engineer who made sure everything was good, and you know, and wow, PHG lead pencil in here with an A+ rating. Wow, the legend, PHG lead pencil in the house. Great job. We got PHG Plankton. Hey mate, how are you? We have some extremely fast racers. Dilly Dilly in A. We got Barry B, Cole A, PHG A+, and then we got the C Racer, JCCR Johnny Raid here. Super Doofus making it back. Fantastic. And Max Dude, an E rating. Hey, we were in E rating 3.5 months ago, so stick to it. Barry, don't give up. Keep getting her done. Folks, don't make sure that I want everyone to have a fair chance. Make sure your soft tires are on. We are allowing soft tires. And let's start the race up. Yeah, I'm racing with legends. We got Lead Pencil Racing. That is absolutely fantastic. Racing in his RS01, making that car famous. Super Doofus, thank you for making it back. Dev, for the Toyota MR2, what's happening is the synchros in second are starting to go, and I think if I recall, maybe third or fourth, I think. So the synchros in second are starting to go. The Toyota MR2 doesn't weigh much. It's like 1,000 kilograms, so 2,200 pounds. Thank you, Super Doofus. Lead Pencil taking a nice boost. Great drag racing skills right there. Going to be watching this radar real well because we do not want to cause accidents. Oh, we got two cars going off track, so just racing safe and smart. We jumped up 2 positions, racing behind the legends here. Going to be hard to keep up with these legends up ahead, but I can use this as a learning experience and try to follow their lines. Hey, we're holding it together so far for a few turns with the Legend, so I'm really happy about that. Just have to try to be consistent. Oh no, we ate a little bit of wall, slowing us down there, but there's a bit of a battle up ahead between Barry and Rez Racer, so they've made contact, meaning they'll be slower and giving us a chance to catch up. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Whoa! We kind of made it out of there. Oh, we got a mushroom from Dilly Dilly! Dilly Dilly, thank you for that little mushroom boost. Woo! Yeah, we ate just a little bit of Barry. I think we did a great job not having a full contact. But Barry, there's a lot of accident up ahead, cars left and right, and we had the choice to make. And the choice we made wasn't too bad. We got a little bit of contact, but it could have been full contact. But we did miss the little opening in the middle. I was a little too religious with taking up my line. Oh, we made it through there pretty quickly. Yeah, Barrier R is barrier, as in the barrier wall, or barrière, same thing in French. Oh, the car behind us. Oh, it's Dilly Dilly, no wonder. He is fast, fast, fast. A racer. Probably finding that I am dilly-daddling around the track, which I am compared to his speed. Oh, just held it together from going off the track. Oh boy. Traction is getting a little loose with these elevated curbs. Oh, here he's got the pass. He's such a faster driver. Here we go. There you go, buddy. Let's see if we can get a switch back on ya. Oh, if we over-revved. That didn't help us. But hey, at least now we can learn from an A driver here. Carry some speed through, get back on the throttle nice and early. Dilly Dilly still having a bit of a lag issue, but still very fast despite his lagging. There we go, not too bad through there, relatively quick, if we're not getting too much of a gap with an A driver ahead of us. Hey, TCR! Doing good, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Happy Saturday. At the 100, get some braking. Brake all the way to the apex. Let go and power through. Partial throttle, full throttle, playing around. It's not just about zero throttle or full throttle. Gotta play around with that. Come through here. Partial throttle, brake. Hey, we're kind of holding it together. PHG lead pencil, only 1.8 seconds ahead if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that's, yeah, I think that's to lead pencil. Maybe it's to the car in front, but that doesn't look like a 1.8 second gap. Maybe it is. Okay, yeah, we're 4.5 seconds from lead pencil, but I'm still very happy with that. Lead pencil is an A+ driver, world-class driver when you get to A+. Just try to be consistent and hold it together. So when we're on a race, we actually know we're not that slow. Did the circuit experience for that, and that brought a lot of improvements. And practiced it when it was an online race quite a bit. So I am a lead pencil student. You can check out my video over on his channel. Coal tickle, oh trickle, that makes more sense. I was like, coal tickle, oh, I'll be careful, I won't get too close to you there, I don't want to get tickled. But no, it's trickle, that makes more sense. I am a little dyslexic. Yes, every Saturday, unless something's going on with the family or I'm sick, but yeah, we should definitely try. Let's say in a year, we'll probably get about 45 Saturdays in. So make it in, mate. Let's get a good friendship going with you and the rest of the community. Let's learn and grow together, have a lot of fun. Woo! Oh yeah, I'm pushing it because I want to catch up to Cole here. Cole Trickle has a channel, very cool. Let's try to, and is it under the name Cole Trickle? If so, let's try to catch that. Oh, get down to third for some proper rotation. Ooh, Cole definitely went through a little faster in that section than us as the gap is widening. I'm now 7.5 seconds behind Lead Pencil, but that's after 4 laps, so I'm pretty darn happy and pleased. Not a bad performance at all. Oh, he is the master at an A+ lobby rating, which he's maintaining and holding. Very impressive. Yeah, I can say I know this track. It's in the muscle memory now. I've raced it enough that even if I drop it for 2 weeks, I can come back and do pretty decent. Dev gave us some great tips on this track in the past, and Devin from our mate from Texas. Super Doofus, thanks for dropping the channel link for Cole. And I'm really happy with getting 4th against racing with cars a lot faster and a lot better than us. Oh yeah, so Cole is an A driver, so we hung out with, well, we're kind of at the end pretty far from Lead Pencil after 4 laps, 7.5 seconds, but yeah, we got a C, our C rating, nonetheless, on a track that we know means that once we know all the tracks as well as Dragon Trail, we probably will be a B. Maybe even an A, but that we're gonna have to learn all the tracks that they do online. And if you or us really want to get our lobby rating up before we, Monday night when we have our first crack at the new race, we probably would have to just do an hour to an hour and a half of prep, which means I'd have to go do those circuit experiences, get a great qualifying time, and then get online. TCR, I really appreciate that. It is, I want you to add me as a friend so you can come in and join the Saturday lobbies. It's bear_cuddles for you. I'm sorry, I was playing Call of Duty when I made that. I don't know how to switch it, and I should ask ChatGPT on how to switch it. But Super Doofus, you're an awesome mate and a great moderator. Clean racing bonus! I'll take that. Racing against much better racers and still finished 4th. And it was all because of the clean racing. So I really want to get this across to everyone. I'm really sorry if anyone's ever felt disrespected or if they feel I'm being disrespectful when I call people, Donkey Kong racers or dirty dogs or clown racers. I'm trying to just refer to Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, or Twisted Metal, the clown in the ice cream truck, which was like the big boss. I don't mean it as disrespect. I'm not trying to tell people how they're allowed to or not allowed to race. I'm just trying to take the perspective that it's a sim racer. It's so much more fun when we try to treat it like a real sim racer where we're, kind of like if you're using an airplane game that's a sim airplane or helicopter simulator, that the goal is to become a better pilot. And it's a lot more fun, I find, when we have these clean races. So Dev's saying, I go to select profiles and edit your current online ID and enter your new. Well, fantastic. Any suggestions on what I could change it to? I guess I could actually just maybe change it to JCCR Racing, and that way it'd be so much easier to find under a friend tag. But give me any suggestions. I'm going to end this live and suggest you all head over and check out Phil, because Phil's going to be continuing the lobby. So head over to Philness GT YouTube channel, find his lobby. Thank you guys. I've been absolutely blessed having such a wonderful, helpful community. Dev, thank you so much. Super Doofus, thank you so much. Super GT, who only raced on Gran Turismo, got 2nd in the Nürburgring. Wow, that's incredible. That's so cool. I'm going to have to check that out. So yes, later all, race long and prosper, as Super Doofus Inc. always says. Dev is giving a good old peace or peace out. I will say, I'll say Godspeed, everybody. Wish you all more cars and more power. You can check out more cars over on the other channel that we've got, Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. And the Bilstein shocks are my favorite shocks in the world. They're absolutely wonderful. Also love them on we've owned 3 Broncos, Ford Broncos. So bye, everyone. Godspeed. I wish you all more cars. More cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love in the real world. But this is still, I've got pretty decent cars in the real world. This is still my favorite way to drive. So don't be ashamed if you're spending time sim racing. If your parents or wife are after you, why do you spend time sim racing? It's a great place to learn discipline. It's a great place to learn how you won't always have the motivation to achieve your skills, but it's going to teach you consistency and the benefit of consistency. And it's going to teach you how to take on big goals, break them up into little goals, and have those achievable mini goals. And that's what I'm here. I'm all about teaching you all how to become more successful in life, how to take on those goals you think you can't take on, but to have the courage and put your ego aside to get those goals done. I want to be your success motivator to life. So I want us to race together, make friends together, have a wonderful community that's super positive. I'm sorry if I've ever hurt anyone or offended anyone with my terms that I thought were just kind of cartoony and comical, kind of calling people like arcade racers. And I think from now on I'll just say, oh, he's arcade racing, or he's Mario Kart racing, or look at that twisted metal driver, because I really don't want to hurt anyone. I really don't want to insult or disrespect anyone. God bless everyone, Godspeed, and see you again soon. We generally race every night starting at 9 or 9:30. See you then, folks. Godspeed.